I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wig. I got your wig, ho. I got your wig, ho. Miss Wigiana. I got your wig, ho.
I could never do what you are doing right now, filming in this situation.
And it is not even
you made
easier
the choice,
for me.
Alexis.
So did you. You could have easily not signed your contract.
And I've been here for 10 years.
And this is my job, too.
I took your
This
job
was
10
my
years
job.
ago. I'm still sitting here.
Do you remember your first day of filming?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. But I was so tense and so nervous. They started with the, let's introduce Alexis. So I had to do the sit down interview, and it is a one-on-one when you have a whole camera crew in your living room. And I was so nervous, and they knew I had a personality. They knew I had some fun in me, right? But I think I was sitting kind of like, okay, yes. They were like, just loosen up a little. After like the third interview, then you just get used to it, and you really do kind of forget that there's a film crew in your house watching you do everything.
I've been on TV for 15 years, Shannon, 5 different shows, okay?
Oh, you're a TV star.
You know what, Shannon? I didn't say star.
You are
been on for 15 years.
Oh,
Thank
15-year
you.
television.
Many TV shows.
Heather, let's pull up her IMDb.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we have a special guest on the podcast today. Not here in the flesh, but via the phone. Alexis Bellino from Real Housewives of Orange County. I loved her so much. She is now on Marriage Boot Camp, not with Jim Bellino, her ex, who we saw her on Real Housewives, like duking it out with sometimes. She's on Marriage Boot Camp with Aaron Carter, but not with him, but with Penelope, her mom. How's it going?
Really well. How are you?
Oh, we're great. We're so excited to talk to you today and so excited to catch up on everything Marriage Boot Camp with you.
Yeah, it's fun. Let's talk.
Why did you and your mom, Penelope, go on this season? What was really requiring work between you two?
Well, for me, some of it was totally selfish because I had, just had another relationship that failed with my ex. And so I wanted to just work on myself and mending any relationship really that was, in any little turmoil, just because I think that's what you do when you try to become a better person. And so my mom and I definitely suffered from some communication issues from both of our pasts. And it was just time. It was the perfect opportunity for me I actually probably shouldn't have done it since my divorce was only 3 months new. And so I was in a really, very just fragile state at that point. So you do see a more emotional, heightened Alexis than would normally have been, just because of the divorce. But it was the time for my mom and I to just hash it out.
Did you ever consider going on a show like this with Jim or anything like that, or did not come across your desk?
We had been offered to go on. I was willing to go. Jim was not. So it takes 2 to tango. And so there you have it.
Well, let's not throw in shade at the IMDb.
You know what, Shannon? You're so bitter.
Oh my God, I am
bitter.
Alexis, I don't want to talk about you anymore. Get married. Congratulations. You guys are perfect for each other.
You are obsessed with John and I. Why does his name ever come out of your mouth? You don't need to talk about him.
Well,
if you're so okay with it, why does his name come out?
No, I talked
It was about his teeth and it was about his bad knees that he couldn't walk up the stairs. We did forensic accounting. You did not pay for everything. We have the numbers. So if you would like to bring yours, I
Then
have
we'll
the
compare
numbers.
my numbers with John's numbers.
I have the numbers of every year, the 365 days,
though?
because
Why do you
we
have
had
to
to
lie?
do it.
It's not
This
your
doesn't
business.
involve
It's not
you.
your business.
What's the biggest way you've been disparaged, do you think?
I don't want to get into those details, but she pays for everything. She's my sugar mama. Nothing could be further from the truth. And that was damaging to me.
John spent $350,000 on the relationship before he even paid the $75,000 in loans.
Then
while
why
they were
didn't
even
then
broken
why
up.
didn't he sue her for more if he spent that much?
He only wants the loan back. He's not gonna tit for tat for what he bought.
But then why didn't he take the offer? When I offered him the money, why didn't he take it?
You did not, and that is another lie.
How does that work? Did you get a phone call from John?
Wasn't it when you were on the plane? When we were leaving St. Louis? Isn't that when this all happened?
No, well, I mean, it was about a month ago. I got a letter saying you need to come up with a payment plan to pay this money back. And so it culminated with me realizing that attorney's fees were going to surpass the amount of money he was seeking. And
regardless of whether you are innocent or guilty or yes, okay.
Because I've been down that road before. I lost a lot of money in legal fees. So I also know the mental anguish that goes along with a lawsuit. So even though it's not warranted, I offered to pay John the exact amount that he wanted. But he turned the deal down because he didn't want to sign a mutual non-disparagement agreement. And that's standard in most settlements. And that's where you say you're not going to talk badly about someone. So
he wouldn't agree to that.
No.
But he's a private person.
It's frustrating because now my hands are tied.
Here's the $10,000 necklace he bought you and the Louis Vuittons. He's not scrutinizing everything he bought you.
He didn't buy me a $10,000
necklace.
necklace.
Yes, he did. Oh, it's in the account. We have it. We have it.
Okay. Christian in Thousand Oaks, California said, Heather, last year you thought John just wanted to be in the spotlight. Do you still feel that way since he is again dating someone on camera this season?
Do I think he wants to be in the spotlight? Yes, I do think he wants to be in the spotlight.
It's clear.
Well, the engagement is stronger than ever, and our relationship is stronger than ever. And I think in part it's due to the negativity. It's just brought us closer, and it's also shown us that we can pretty much make it through anything if we can make it through everything we've been through already in 9 months. But it has been really difficult, and I didn't expect it so much. I knew I was going to be the villain, and I was strong enough and felt okay doing that, because it's like, how can the younger new girlfriend come into a group where the ex is there and has been there for 10 years in that group and not be the bad guy? And I was okay with that, and I was comfortable in that because of my love for John. I didn't expect it to be the level of hate that John and I have received. And it's honestly, we could handle it because we're adults and we're strong. It's now bleeding over into our children, and it's enough is enough, and it needs to stop. A whole new mama bear and a whole new papa bear come out when it's children involved, because we, like I said, we can handle it for ourselves. We know what this career entails. Definitely didn't know the level of hate that a couple would get just for falling in love and telling the truth, which is really where the hate is coming from. But now that our children are involved, it's a whole new thing we're dealing with, and enough's enough, and it's got to stop. It's our children. Everybody needs to back off.
Sure. Is it making you not want to maybe come back for another season?
There's a lot of things in play with any decision if I would want to come back again next season. That definitely plays into it. I don't think anybody wants to walk into an environment where pretty much 100% of the comments are hate comments.
I want to ask Jen a question.
Yeah, ask, because
okay,
I want to know what the question is.
When you're referring to Tamra, you will put things like, I don't subscribe to mean girl behavior. Yep. Yeah, you do, because you're friends with this. So to me, this is the ultimate mean girl. I would take Tamra over that.
Let me ask you a question.
And, and on top of all this, she's dealing with the whole John, Alexis. When you found out that Tamra was liking those Instagram photos of Alexis and John and commenting on it, did that make any sense to you?
No, I was like, God, what is she, wow, what is she doing?
Yeah.
That's got to be a punch in the gut to Shannon. And you know what, Tamra and I had conversations about that as well. And it was, look, she knows Alexis. Tamra and Alexis had made amends and put a lot of stuff behind them in the past. And so I think that was Tamra trying to move forward with Alexis.
Why aren't you addressing that to Heather and Tamra?
I have the whole time I was sitting here. Did I not?
Yes,
the entire time.
Yes. I had a conversation.
I said, how are you friends with this woman?
I have told Jen, if I saw someone treating you the way that I've been treated, I wouldn't be friends with them. But that's your choice.
But can I say the flip side of that? I just met Alexis. And personally, I can tell you, sitting in the spot of Shannon and Alexis is hard because I got to meet Alexis this season as well, and I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. And it's very hard to be in the middle of Shannon and Alexis.
Yeah. Did you find by the end of the season that you had to pick a side? Did either one of them ever put you in that position?
No, and I hope they don't. Because their problems are not my problems. I can be sympathetic and empathetic to it. I can't imagine for Shannon what it must be like filming with her ex's new person, and I can't imagine for Alexis. And then you add legal issues. So I understand that it's hard, but I love them both as women, and I hope they allow me to stay in that position.
Yeah, it was hard, like in this episode, to watch Alexis kind of talk so openly about her relationship with John in front of, in earshot of Shannon. Do you feel like she was almost doing that on purpose?
Come on, Alexis is a little bit in Alexis's world.
Okay.
And I really don't think she has a mean intention ever.
Okay.
But come on, read the room, baby. Like, we don't need to hear, Shannon for sure doesn't need to hear about sexual things or the new ring or all the, all the things that John and Alexis are up to. I don't know if Alexis does that intentionally. I think she's just Alexis.
And I also want to say something else that I noticed as this reunion has gone on. You started by saying, Tamara and I were never really that close, whatever. It feels a little different than the way you characterized it
I'm not
at the
gonna
time.
lie. She looked me in the eye multiple times during that exchange. You didn't defame Jim.
Just because I'm upset with you, I'm not going to lie and say
you
that
just
you did.
even showed some. I'm going to give you a hug right now because it's just easy.
You're going to make me cry. I miss you so much. I really miss you.
And I thought, what was Shannon's motivation? It was to turn Jen against me.
Listen, I'll be honest. I think Shannon owes you an apology too.
So if I tell you
thing.
that Shannon dug up information about you, she was digging up some information to bring it up at the reunion. She contacted Taylor's husband, John, who's an attorney, to see if there was any legal information out there about Travis's ex-wife, and Gina, and it was going to be her smoking gun to bring it onto the reunion.
That's up because that has to do with her children.
Yes.
I can't help that she's devoted to trying to
nobody's
ruin our
questioning
life.
that.
Yeah,
Nobody's
but now I feel I have to defend that because now that has been brought up here.
It's dangerous. It's not right.
I'm telling you this because you schooled me all day long about do the right thing with Jen. You shouldn't have done that. And I appreciate it and I love you. But you said something to me that really hurt my feelings.
Okay.
How do I know you're not going to dig up information on me? I'm not the one digging up information. Your friend, Shannon, dug up information about you.
She told me that you were trying to dig up information prior to the reunion about Travis.
Blame me. I'll take responsibility.
I'm blaming everybody.
I'm so tired of you lying about me. Day 4 of my trip. Tamrat Judge is calling me a liar again. I'm going home now.
I spoke to Taylor on the phone last night.
Shannon is a very calculated person. She doesn't show it on camera, but she's very calculated and very smart. And she tries to dig up dirt on people before every reunion or even before filming.
Now I'm gonna need a makeup touch-up again. Can we just try to move on, please? I beg you. I was so hurt, and I know you are hurt too, and you're going through a lot, and I was harsh to you. I apologize, but I miss.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? 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 You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.